He has not offered to stop and get coffee. He has not fed me. We are sitting at a table in the food court. And we didn't eat. I am starving. What? I finally said, like, hey, listen, if you want to get some food while we're here, that's cool. But I'm going to need to be home by like 1:30 so that I can take my son to work. And he just ended up taking me home. He didn't eat either. He just took me home.
Do you know what really grinds my motherfucking gears? Is that I'm almost 30 and men will still be like, oh, pull up. Without me even knowing you. On the first link, you want me to pull up to your house? And you guys get offended when we're like, no, you have to take me out. And you're like, oh, you just want me to make money? No, I'm 5'2". Second of all, you just assuming that someone's a coochie giver-upper is a little offensive because why else would we be meeting at your house at night for the first time ever meeting? Like back in the day, men used to put work into getting coochie. Now it's just like, here's my addy. No.
Sorry.
Hey y'all, it's been a minute since I did a video. A lot's been going on, okay? I can't always keep y'all tabbed with my life. Yes, the hair's looking crazy. Don't worry about that. Jesus Christ. Let's talk about how stupid they are if they honestly think just because I dress, let's say us, just because we dress like a hoe, just because we dress like that, they automatically think, oh yeah, she easy. I'm gonna be up in that bed with her by like the end of the first date. Wake up. First of all, wake up. Just because I dress some type of way don't mean that that's how I am.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Period. Point blank. Look how stupid you're gonna look by the end of the first date when you think you're gonna get some, and I'm like, what are you like looking for, like a gratuity, a tip?
Get the fuck out of my sight before I demolish you.
Gentlemen, welcome back. Women dating over 30 are
Back on the menu, boys!
So let's get started with this one, shall we?
Just because I dress some type of way don't mean that that's how I am. Period. Point blank.
Beautiful, guys. You know, next thing she's gonna say is, just because I suck on 100 male chickens doesn't mean that I'm a 304.
Look how stupid you're gonna look by the end of the first date when you think you're gonna get some, and I'm like, what are you like looking for, like a gratuity, a tip? No. You look dumb. I don't look dumb. You look dumb.
Meanwhile, guys, all the guys she's actually sleeping with, of course, she wouldn't sleep with a guy who, you know, is not up to her level, quote unquote. But, you know, she's making fun of those guys. But in the meantime, all the chads that have pumped and dumped her for years are looking down on her like, what are you looking at? You want commitment? You want me to commit? You want a serious relationship? You want to not pass away alone? You know, and they smile and they leave, gentlemen.
Because I actually have principles and morals. I know you don't know what, you know, most men don't know what that is nowadays, so that's like a foreign language, so they might as well be speaking Chinese.
No.
Okay.
No.
But
Again, guys, she's showing the type of men that she is dating. Alright, the men she is dating don't have morals. Oh, well, maybe they have, you know, they're just having fun out there on the dating world because it's the most easy it's ever been to hook up, because women are extremely easy. A lot of them, anyway. It's extremely easy to go out there, say the typical whimsical words of, hey, I think we can take this somewhere, you know, you're really pretty, I have feelings for you, yada yada. And then they spread their legs and you're gone, right? It's what chads do, because women don't secure the commitment up front. They don't have any morals, standards, principles, rules. All the rules go out the window the moment Chad steps in, right? Chad steps through the door and the morals leave through the window. So these are the sort of men this woman is chasing. She could go for the traditional men, you know, the ones who are loyal, who have morals, who want to have a family, who want to, you know, keep her safe, protected, provide for her, care for her, give her attention, validation. But no, we go for the bad boys. We go for the emotionally unavailable men. We go for the men who, like, from 50 miles away, you can tell they just want to hook up. And then we say that all men have no morals.
You look real dumb. We're still doing that thing where you're judging a book by its cover. We're still doing that. That's still a thing out there. That's
Absolutely, guys. And I don't know if you can see, but she has the mandatory arm tattoo. And then she says, don't judge a book by its cover. No, we absolutely will. Thank you.
that's not a trend that's dying.
No.
So what? Like I gotta dress like a nun? I can't dress.
Jeez, man. You know, guys, no one is forcing her to dress like a nun. You know, it's not like she's living in Saudi Arabia and people expect from her to dress, you know, from feet, you know, from her feet to her neck, all covered up, you know, her face. No, nobody is expecting that. There is a clear difference between dressing appropriately, like we're not talking about modesty anymore. It's just dress appropriately, and dressing like a 3 or 4. You may act dumb, you may act like you don't understand it, but deep down inside you do. Okay, I don't trust that you're that stupid, even though you're trying really hard to make me believe that. But you're not that stupid. You absolutely know what we're talking about, and you have all those red flags. You're dressing appropriately. You know, trying to farm validation and attention from strangers. You have the mandatory forearm tattoo. You have this bossy, entitled, narcissistic attitude, and then you go and say, but you know, guys, don't judge a book by its cover. You know, deep inside, I'm a traditional woman, good, modest, you know, polite, pleasant to be around. It just seems on the outside that I'm extremely annoying and a pain in the neck, but trust me, I'm not.
The way I want to dress and still be classy, still have principles, still have morals, still have standards. Swear to get on my nerve. You're gonna look real
And we just saw the nails, guys, the predator nails. You've seen the movie Predator. It always reminds me of that hand.
dumb when I leave you high and dry. Real dumb. Because I came here for a good time. And a good time don't always mean doing the nasty.
Doesn't always mean, you know, having a good time doesn't always mean doing the nasty. Only when it's with Chad. You know, it's just sometimes, you know, you don't happen to meet a Chad every time. So when I meet the Chads, we do the nasty. When I don't meet the Chads, please, I'm not that type of woman. Of course you're not.
Wake up. You've been doing just fine with your hand, homie. You'll be good for like the next couple dates until you prove yourself to me, okay?
Now, we're not proving anyone. You know, I'd rather have nothing at all than have you, to be honest. And I think that many men can agree. Don't worry about us, madam, okay? Now, we'll do fine. What you do is worry about yourself because you're not meeting any men soon. And when I say soon, I mean never. You're never meeting a man with self-respect. But now, guys, let's jump to this other 30-year-old woman having trouble dating. And let's find about this charming individual.
Single advice / single rant. Do you know what really grinds my motherfucking gears? Is that I'm almost 30 and men will still be like, oh, pull up. Without me even knowing you. On the first link, you want me to pull up to your house? And it's not just me. It happens to, because I don't even reply to y'all. It happens to all of my friends. It's like, what? And then you guys get offended when we're like, no, you have to take me out. And you're like, oh, you just want me to make money? No, I'm 5'2". You could quite literally be a serial killer. You could quite literally be a rapist. Like, what makes you think that somebody doesn't want to meet you on like an even playing field somewhere public for the first time ever meeting you? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Second of all, you just assuming that someone's a coochie giver-upper is a little offensive because why?
All right. Let's pause it, guys, because she's starting to speak real fast and we have to cover a lot of things. Okay, so first off, again, it's just every woman. If you listen to her and then you start to pick up on the pattern, you will see the type of men that they're dating. Like this woman already mentioned that there are a lot of guys who I don't talk to. I guess, take a guess, gentlemen. Which are those guys? Are they Chad or are they your average Joe? It's always the same. They have hundreds of men, guys, on their DMs. Please, queen, let me provide for you. Let me take care of your child. Let me protect you. Let me take care of your fake eyelashes. And she doesn't care about them. She doesn't talk to them. She dates the guys who are chads, who are emotionally unavailable, who only want to smash, and then she dares to make a TikTok about all men. And it happens to all my friends. Yes, because 98% of women are the same nowadays. Or the ones you can find on TikTok anyway. You could be dating the other guys who want to go on a coffee, get to know you, who want to be little simps. But you don't date those guys, you could have a peaceful life with them. Yes, they don't respect themselves dating a masculine person like you, a masculine woman. Notice the irony. They don't have self-respect, but at this point, what else did you expect? You could go for them, but no, you want to go for the men who are clearly out of your league. You want to go for the men that bring in the butterflies, that sweet toxicity into the relation. And then she tries to act like, you could be, an unaliving person. You may want to unalive me. No, you've done this before. Like, we know that you've done this before. You've hooked up with chads on the first date. You've spread your legs on the first date. We know you did. So, quit lying, guys. I mean, I'm sure that you know this by now, but, this is why this channel exists. Because there are a lot of guys out there, they will look at this TikTok and they will say, poor soul, she just wants love. She just wants to be loved. And big bad men over here just wanting S3X. How disgusting. When in reality, guys, she has like all the Joes. All the Joes in her DMs. And she keeps them there, not talking to them. And then she's meeting your, neighborhood Chad. Neighborhood top 5% of men. And then she gets played by them. So funny, guys.
Why else would we be meeting at your house at night for the first time ever meeting? Like back in the day, men used to put work into getting coochie. Now it's just like, here's my addy. No.
Yes. Yes. Yes, men in the past did put effort, more than now anyway. But women in the past were feminine, So let's start off from that. In the past, it was worth it to give your time and effort to a woman who will then respect you, take care of you, love you, in return, like do things for you, be supportive. What do you offer? You are masculine, you are annoying, you have a hookup history, maybe you're a single mother, I don't know. You are in your 30s, meaning that from 20 to 30, you've had 10 years to meet someone, to have something serious, and you didn't, right? And you're still single because you've made poor choices. And you have a lesbian haircut, which is disgusting to any man who happens to be hetero. So, answer yourself the question, why are not men putting effort into you?
No, that's when you get left on red.
No, she's lying. The men who get left on red are the ones who, want to be with her. The men who want to commit to this woman, and then, well, I hope you don't have nightmares with this picture right here, guys. No, but for real, men who want to be with you are the ones you leave on red. And men who just want to hook up are the ones you actually, pay attention to. And this is why you're whining. If you didn't pay attention to the men who were clearly red flags and who just want to smash, you wouldn't be doing this TikTok right now. But you've been played more than a couple of times, dozens of times you've been played. And this is why you're out here enraged and becoming a monster. Now, enough about this woman. Let's cover our last individual for today. Another charming soul, gentleman. Another creature of God right here with, of course, more tattoos. on the chest, on the arm. Of course, the piercing. Not as bad as the pig piercing, but still a piercing. But let's hear her story out, gentlemen.
Back to the dating chronicles. So let's see.
Back to the dating chronicles. She'll tell you enough not to date a woman. Can we stop with this whole thing of women dating 4 million guys throughout their lives, alright? Can we stop it? Or at least, you know, make it clear that men with self-respect will never date or commit to a woman who's been with a lot of guys. It's not one red flag, it's 1,000 red flags, you know, all bunched up into one big, colossal red flag.
Got stood up on Sunday again. That was fun. I kind of saw it coming though, so okay, didn't hurt my feelings today. Had a date earlier today.
Just notice the frequency, guys. I got stood up Sunday again, so you probably stood up 2 times in the same week, and then she had a date this, like, in the same week. She's been stood up again, and then she's already meeting another guy. Like, public toilet, guys. She's a public toilet. She is the town bicycle. You know, she's community property for the whole gang to have fun with. Just disgusting, man.
And that was one for the books. That was one for the books. He picked me up. He was 2 hours early. 2 hours early. Who does that? I was like in the shower when he got to my house. We went to the mall to walk around. He hardly talked to me. It was so incredibly awkward. The only store he actually wanted to walk into was Spencer. Like, really? Of all the stores, Spencer's? And then we sat at a table in the food court area for like an hour, and basically he just stared at me. Conversation was awful. The little conversation pieces that we did get out is he's still married. They haven't been together since 2018, but he's still married. His last girlfriend died in a freak car accident a year ago, and he's like all still traumatized from that, which, yes, that's heartbreaking. He had a girlfriend before that he was with while he was still going through the divorce with his wife, who he has a child with, who he only visits once a week. Doesn't have a high school diploma or a GED. What? He chewed. Like, he put in a lot of chew when he picked me up. And, like, I grew up with a bunch of redneck boys. Like, the whole chewing thing is not new to me. But there was no spit bottle. There was no spit can, nothing. And not once did he ever stop to, like, get rid of that. So I'm just assuming that he was swallowing. Oh, I can't. Was swallowing it. I can't. No, thank you. Okay. He picked me up at 10:30. I've not eaten breakfast because he was 2 hours early. He has not offered to stop and get coffee. He has not fed me. We are sitting at a table in the food court. And we didn't eat. I am starving. What? I finally said, like, hey, listen. If you want to get some food while we're here, that's cool. But I'm going to need to be home by like 1:30 so that I can take my son to work. And he just ended up taking me home. He didn't eat either. He just took me home.
You know, guys, I'd feel sorry for this woman if it was her first date. Like, yeah, that's a bad experience. This guy was not ready to date, yada, yada. I'd feel sorry for you if it was your first date. But things why, you know, motives why I don't feel sorry for you is because, first off, you're a single mother. Second off, you're above 30. Third off, you have like 20 dates every week, so it doesn't matter. You know, you have one the next day. You have one scheduled for, you know, the next day for the whole week. Like, don't worry, madam. One date doesn't mean anything to you at all. We know that you're doing it for attention. Like, oh, look at the bad date I have. This is why I'm single. but in reality, you know, you just want to do it for attention, so people kiss your behind a little. So not gonna give it to you. Then another thing I want to mention, guys, and this is what I put on the gameplay. I hear a lot of you like it, so I'm gonna try to do it more often. But there is a reason why mostly like 95% of the women we cover on this channel are from the USA. All right, like not to dish at your country if you're from the USA. You know, I know a lot of people who watch my channel are from the USA, but there is a reason, and that is that with a lot of options comes this pickiness, you know, this dumb decision to just keep looking for something better all the time, not picking anything. And you can see that in all aspects of life. Like, probably, I often give this example. You know, your grandparent used to have 2 to 3 toys, and he played with those 3 toys for 5 years, not getting tired of them. You know, kids in the past made their own games, and they never grew, you know, they never get tired. Well, kids today, you know, they have like 4 devices with like 200 games on each device, and they don't commit to any game. You know, they lose their span of attention all the time. They don't enjoy any game at all. They just keep looking for something to keep them entertained all the time. They don't commit to anything. You know, you get the idea. So it's more a human trait than a female trait. But you know, men don't usually suffer from this. First off, because they don't have options. You know, not as many as women anyway. But second off, it's also true that if you give a man 5 relationships, he's going to make 1 work. If you give a woman 5 relationships, she's just going to increase her standards. You know, she's going to pick something that she doesn't like from each individual, and she's going to say, okay, I want a man with all the good things from those 5 men, but also who doesn't have any of the flaws of the, you know, the same man. It's always, you know, it's always the same, guys. These women, this is why in the USA it's so hard, because you know, the country or the women in the country have sort of accepted this lifestyle of hookups and validation and attention. And yes, it's all throughout the world, but especially in America, guys. Just the options that they have, the level to which they have embraced hookup culture and all those things. It's pretty sad for men, and it's quite disgusting, gentlemen, to think that, you know, we have these women over here, 30 years of age, and they're whining and crying and, oh, where have all the good men gone? I just want a relationship, yada yada. Meanwhile, you check back on their life, and they've been chasing the chads all the time. And now, you know, they want to have their cake and eat it too. It reminds me of a girl that went to my high school. And she was this kind of girl that, you know, she never paid attention in class. She never studied. She used to smoke with the cool kids outside of school during class time. You know, if she happened to be in class, she will just not pay any attention at all, laugh with her friends, etc. And then, guys, when the semester ended, she got an F, right? She didn't pass. And she just threw a tantrum. She got so upset, you know, and she told the teacher, like, what is this? How could you put me an F? Like, what is going on? And, you know, and she threw her little tantrum, and like 5 different people burst into laughter at the same time, because it was like, what the hell, man? You didn't pay any attention at all. We've barely seen your face. You don't even know the teachers, you know, the teacher's name. Some teachers have never seen you. And now that you got an F, it's like, oh, I'm so shocked. How could this happen? You know, she got enraged, guys, as if she had studied 10 hours every day, and now she didn't get an A+. What did you expect? You know, so you get the point. It's the same with women in dating. You know, they spend their early years, guys, dating all the chads, dating all the bad boys, having random hookups all the time, chasing the unavailable man. And meanwhile, it's not like they don't have options. It's not like they do this out of, I just don't have anything, you know, any other option. No. Like, during this time, they have constant attention from men who want to commit, men who want to have a family, you know, men who want to get to know them, etc. And they don't care about them. Like, don't tell me that women don't have options, all right? For anyone who's not, maybe if you see this video for the first time and you're not buying what I tell, you know, what I say, you can't tell me that women don't have hundreds of options throughout their lives. Like, every woman who is not top 5 most ugly woman in the universe, they have options. you know, both for hookups and for serious relationships. And it just so happens that they always choose the hookups. They always choose the unavailable man, the quote-unquote exciting man, you know, the one who is interesting, because all the other Joes, they are boring, and I don't want that. You know, I deserve something better. So this is the philosophy they follow, right? For many years, guys. Like, these women that we cover, they are 30. They've had 10 years to find a man, and they haven't. So if in 10 years, and this last woman, guys, she dates like 3 people a week. If in 10 years, dating 3 people a week, you're not able to secure a single relationship, well, I bet, you know, if I was a betting man, I'd bet that you never will. So this is the tragic end. Well, not so tragic, it's quite funny, but, you know, tragic for them. Of these modern women, guys, they will never find a man. Even if God himself just, you know, went to earth and showed them, you know, pointed his finger, you know, this is the man that you have to commit to, and just gifted him to them, they will still manage to break that relationship, not be satisfied, and want something more. It's impossible to please this woman. And this is why you should even try. Like, don't try with these women. Don't try it with women with high body counts, with women who are entitled, with women who make TikToks, with women who are dating for many years at a time. Guys, they will never find what they're looking for. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.